Thank you, everyone. Very, very good morning to everyone present here. This week, GoZoop completes 16 years. And in this 16 years, I've seen the playing ground getting leveled more and more for independent digital agencies like ours. Our voice getting heard more and more, pieces of work that we have done getting recognized. And in all this, I would love to first highlight the role that e4m as a platform has played by making sure that great work, great wins are always highlighted, and not just for GoZoop, but for so many other founders that I see here, and getting that impetus to compete with the networks. So please put your hands together for e4m, and we can kickstart with that. Not just that, I think with all the torrential rain that happened last night, and I know so many of us were in office till 2, 3, reached home late, and still seeing a full house here just highlights the importance of independent digital agencies coming together and what strength we can have in unity. As Mr. Naval Ahuja just highlighted, the objective of connecting and collaborating and partnering together is something that GoZoop and so many other agencies have done and co-created value. We have Prashant here as well from PureTech, and amongst the 7 partnerships that GoZoop has done, the most recent one being that with PureTech, GoZoop has created a JV called GZ Pure, where we are together winning and adding great value to a lot of businesses. But possibly I would love to highlight and talk about this towards the later half of my presentation. I want to focus today here on 2 things which I feel are extremely, extremely important in the world of independent digital agencies. And I'm not going to bore you with any data. Can I go to the next slide? It's not working. I'm not going to bore you with any data, so let's go to the next slide after this, because all of us are sitting on tons of data already. Go to the next slide, please. But I'm going to talk about creativity and commerce. In the post-COVID era, where all of us are expected to sell more, whether online or offline for our brands, and with access to technology that possibly all of us have, and some of the networks everyone has today in the industry, I feel the most differentiating factor, the unfair advantage for us, whether we are doing performance marketing or social media or influencer marketing, whatever we are doing or specializing in, is creativity. I think that is the X factor, that is a multiplier. And over the past few years, if you can go to the next slide, just check why it's not working. I had the chance of going through over 500 entries for the creative commerce section at Cannes last year. And more recently at if you go to the next slide, please, at the e4m D2C revolution, where we saw some great work from across India being highlighted, where creatively commerce was being driven. And from all these learnings, if you go to the next slide, I've put together 7 learnings, which I feel that I would love to share, some great examples, which can be replicated and done at scale for brands across India. The first one over here, if you go to the next slide, is called currencifying a product. And next slide, please. And currencifying a product is all about finding ways in which you can add something more to your current product, which will increase its product lifetime value. And that will help us increase the customer lifetime value and also help us attract new customers. So give life to your products beyond the first buy. And innovative ways in which you could do that so that they become assets for the customer, where they can be traded or exchanged for something more. Go to the next slide, please. A great example is this brand from Denmark. And this brand really solves the challenge of how a piece of garment, after it has been bought, could be resold very easily by giving that power to that garment. Go to the next slide. The campaign is called Resell Tags, and we'll play this video to show you how it works. Can I get the clicker, please? Yeah, thanks. Isn't it great? Just a simple QR code and you're able to sell the garment easily. Can we use a concept like this to do more things with the products for our brands? Go to the next slide. Another great example is Oreo in the Middle East. And Oreo again used the power of collaborating with another product, which is synonymous with Oreo, to possibly do a sale. And we'll see how that worked. Please play the video. Go ahead.
Take any milk, flip it till you see a stack of Oreos here, scan it, and voila. Okay, I gotta try this Oreo barcode thing. Because it kind of looks like a stack of Oreos, right?
Simple, impactful, using a QR code or a barcode on its existing product or another product to really drive commerce. You know, while I was coming through the ceiling this morning and I was passing by the toll, I really wish that, and my FASTag wasn't there on my car and I had to stand in that cash line. And I was wondering if there could be something that could help me pass the toll without paying that. A brand in South America has done it, and it's currencyfied its product to really go beyond just the product, what the product was meant for. So we'll go to the next slide and see how they've currencyfied their product. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Yeah, let's play the video. Next slide.
Summer, vacations, overheating cars and traffic jams at road tolls. What if ice-cold beer could be the solution?
Agora, você pode pagar o seu pedágio com cerveja.
Criou jeito refrescante de abrir o pedágio.
Heineken 00 é a primeira cerveja sem álcool a abrir os pedágios e barreiras do seu caminho.
Heineken presents 00 Barriers. This summer, Heineken partnered with Brazil's biggest highway concessionaire. And by using an existing scan technology, turned Heineken 00 into a payment method for tolls. Drivers only needed to have their Heineken 00 at hand. Through geolocated targeting media, we impacted drivers on Spotify, Waze, gas stations, and billboards, creating over 3,615 kilometers of advertising. Let's just say drivers appreciated it.
Ok, galera, aqui ó. Tá pago já? Ó,
Valeu, Raio.
Sem álcool, pelo amor de Deus.
And just like that, 0-0 barriers quickly became the most successful promotion during summer. This way, Heineken gave drivers the perfect reason to buy Heineken 0-0 on the road. Promotion that could only be done by a non-alcoholic brand. Thought for drivers. Beer and driving. Now you can. But only if it's a Heineken 0-0.
So add ease of resale to your product, leverage complementary products, allow customers to unlock something else with your product. So all the examples that we see, and there's so many more, which are using this format, this trend, to really amplify commerce creatively. So that's the first one. The next one I want to take us to point number 6, which is dynamic delights. And dynamic delights is another very cool way to give something unexpected, delightful in terms of a discount or something back on the transaction during the purchase experience. A brand that did it very well again is Heineken, and they did it around a football World Cup. We'll see how it is done. Yeah.
Vai sim, Mané!
Tocando para Jordi Alba, pide Dani Olmo, va Jordi.
Lewandowski! Tapocho!
I'm just going to pause it there, right? And this is linked to a goal, right? So now you're hoping that no goals are scored, right? In India, in the land of sports, cricket, there's so many permutation, combination we can think about to leverage an idea like that. Another great example is Aero Mexico. And Aero Mexico used a similar format of dynamic delights, but they did something beyond time or a variable which no one expected.
Mexico's first destination is America. But America's first destination is not Mexico. So we went to a typical American town to ask why they don't consider Mexico an option to travel to.
Would you consider going to Mexico?
No way.
The idea of going to Mexico is not something that I would foresee.
That's not my cup of tea.
Let me stay here in peace and let those folks stay on their side of the border.
Do you like tequila?
Yes.
Do you like burritos?
Yeah.
Do you like Mexico?
No.
And when your company name is Aero Mexico, well, so how do we increase USA flights to Mexico if a big part of Americans just don't like Mexico? According to the Department of Homeland Security, Mexican immigration goes as far as the 1800s settling in on the South, meaning that a big percentage of Mexican ascendants in the USA doesn't even know it yet. So we did a DNA test to prove it and turn those results into discounts. The more Mexican they are, the more discount they get.
Joshua, you are 18% Mexican.
Oh, wow.
So you get 18% off to fly to Mexico. Charlotte, you are 14.4% Mexican. You're 22% Mexican.
That's bullshit. That is bullshit.
You are 18% Mexican.
Well, that's better than you.
So you get 22% off to fly to Mexico.
Oh, come on now. Seriously? Okay. That's for real. So what if I want to take my wife?
Eligible for a 15% discount to go to Mexico. What do you think about that?
I love discounts.
Sorry, Betsy. You're only 3% Mexican.
So we kept giving discounts all over South.
The same concept, right? Linking something variable. What possibilities can we have in India to link a DNA around it is open to imagination. Another brand which was meant for a t-shirt brand for stockbrokers and hedge fund managers, they linked the stock price with the discount on the product. Another brand linked laughs to discounts on product, and they recognize that. This is another video, I'm not playing this right now, but this is Heineken again using after work hours to give discounts at a particular time, and a person had to scan a QR code on a office cleaner's shirt, and then within a particular amount of time they had to go to the nearest bar to redeem that. So again, this was a time factor to give a delight. So if you see all these examples, there is a dynamic element to drive creatively the commerce transaction which is happening. Whether it's time, temperature, stock price, DNA, and the list goes on. So we can think creatively as to what all can lead to a dynamic delight here. The last trend that I want to share with you is beyond stores and beyond websites. At times we are so fixated with driving transactions on a website or driving footfalls to a store that we don't think anything beyond that. There are some interesting formats and ways in which brands have been able to do that. It could be as simple as your nearby bhajiwala, where you can sell a product of your brand. Burger King did this remarkably well, and let's see how they did it.
Lleve su chile serrano que ahora viene con una Whopper.
The serrano is Mexico's favorite chili and the main ingredient of our new Whopper, the Whopper Serrano. So, to launch it in a big way, we used a medium that no brand had ever used before. Can you see it? Now? What about now? Yes, we used the actual stickers on the Serrano chiles. Maybe the smallest app on earth, inspired by the stickers we always see on fruit and vegetables, encouraging consumers to try the new Whopper exactly when they were craving the flavor of a good Serrano chili. Then we team up with the biggest distribution market in Mexico.
There's the crux of the idea. They took that QR code, put it on a chili because the burger was made from those same kind of chilies, and sold it. A bank in Canada called BMO Bank, they put the branch on Twitch completely, and this became one of the best-selling branches for them to acquire newer, younger customers. So that's another idea. And a very cool one also is this one, which is called Mannequin Spectators. In fact, I would love to play the video for this.
Los teatros todavía estamos con este tema de algunas butacas bloqueadas.
Yo hubo un momento en el que realmente pensé, no voy a volver a pisar un escenario.
El teatro es lo que nos hace vivir y no teníamos ingresos económicos.
That's the crux of the idea, taking your shopping experience beyond the usuals, beyond the obvious. So yeah, those were some ideas. People have done it in multiple formats, and so can we, and think about them. And with that, I would leave you with those inspirational thoughts to see what we can do creatively. But more than that, I'm really delighted that all of us are together. Would love to interact, meet all of you, connect, and to see what kind of collaborations which iDAC as a platform is helping us enable. Because today, in the journey of GoZoop, and I'll speak for so many other digital agencies, there have been so many challenges while we scale up, right from clients defaulting, to ensuring minimum SOPs for workplace happiness, to at times talent absconding, to the issue of not getting pitch fee, to the issue of idea thefts. There's so many things which are there, right? And I believe that if we all come together, and we've already started to see a lot of that happening amongst independent digital agencies or partnerships and collaborations, I think together we could be stronger. So a shout out to Mr. Naval Ahuja as well. If something that we can collaborate and create a kind of a platform through iDAC where certain things collectively can be agreed upon so that we are stronger. Now we know that in the long run for a digital independent agency, it's not just getting acquired through a cookie cutter template which a network offers, but there are so many more possibilities that are there, including the route to IPO, where the valuations have been tremendous of late for advertising companies. So there are so many possibilities, and I think we can only unlock them if we work together, if we collaborate, and if we come together. So do scan this. If someone is interested in having a chat on it, would love to connect and take discussions forward. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me here, Naval, and look forward to meeting all of you. Thank you.